welcome back to Everything's Plastic. Today we have another DC Multiverse action figure review, and this one is Batman with Battle Damage. It's Dark Knight's Heavy Metal Midnight Cover Edition. I don't know what that means, but we'll just go with it. So this is pretty cool. I do have the original release as well, so it's pretty cool to have Batman with Battle Damage. Pretty much the same figure, just some blood and some tears in his suit. Even though I have the original, this guy is just way too cool to pass on. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with the packaging because it's pretty plain packaging, but I'll just give you guys a closer look overall. Here's a look at the side. Cool artwork on the back. Some of the figures from the line here as well. Nothing but dust on the top, and barcode and everything else on the bottom. So there ain't nothing to it but to do it, so let's crack this guy open and get a closer look. Here he is outside the box, and this guy looks even better outside the packaging. For accessories, this guy comes with 2 axes, and I love how it's actually 2 different axes, 2 different designs. Pretty cool detail on both. Detail on the handle and the wrap and everything else like that, and you can see the damage in the axe itself. Pretty awesome. Love how he comes with a base as well. You guys seen these before. And he comes with an awesome trading card, which is the exact same picture on the back. And he also comes with a read up on the back as well. Pause now if you want to read it. I love how this guy actually stands too without a base. Pretty solid figure, pretty solid joints, nice wide feet, and everything else for a bigger figure. Let's get a closer look at this guy. Awesome detail on the face. You can see the grin. You can see some battle damage here, some blood rolling down his face. Love the detail on the eyes and everything else. Cape is fantastic. Not usually a fan of really stiff hard capes, but the way this one is ripped and torn, it looks pretty awesome. See the battle damage bleeding there in his arms. Not a fan of these gloves though. I think they kind of restrict the wrist way too much, but you can see that he's got some damage here as well. And you can see more damage in his leg as well. And I like how McFarlane did it. They didn't just put some red paint on it. It was actually part of the sculpt after the suit is ripped away. And that's pretty much the last of the battle damage there. You get some claw marks or cuts on the back of his leg, and a big cut there on the side of his leg. So pretty cool. As for paint application on this one is pretty clean. Yellow and black paint there, no smudging, pretty clean outline. All the blood and all that stuff, all the damage is painted pretty cleanly. His belt is clean as well. And yeah, overall you can see 2 different colors of gray here. Everything looks pretty awesome. I think they did an awesome job on the cape. Really loving the purple on the inside. Let's get some weapons in his hands. I think overall it looks pretty awesome with weapons in hand. I'm sure you guys can get him in a lot better poses than me. Pretty cool, pretty mean looking Batman. So let's go over articulation. For his head itself don't really move, but there is a neck joint here, pretty limited. Goes down this far, goes back this far. There is some side to side, and you do get a full rotation. His shoulders go up this far. Any further than that, and you can feel there's a lot of strain on the butterfly joint, and I don't want to press my luck with these McFarlane. I did have a few break. Going over articulation, I try to be gentle as possible, but some of these have pretty fragile joints. There's a butterfly joint, so you do get a little bit of movement on the butterfly joint. There is a bicep swivel. You have your double jointed pin elbows. A good range of motion out of those. For his wrists, you can tell that it is pretty limited because this here actually restricts his wrist quite a bit. You get a little bit of motion back and forth, and you do get full rotation there as well. You get a lot of range of motion out of this diaphragm joint here. Goes back this far, forward, side to side, and all the way around. There is another ball joint at the waist as well that pivots from side to side, and you do get a full rotation out of that as well. His legs come out this far, forward this far, back this far. Double jointed knees as well. Pretty awesome range of motion out of those. No upper thigh cut and no boot rotation. His feet go back this far, forward this far. You can get a side to side out of them as well, and you do have a toe hinge. So let's do a comparison to the McFarlane White Knight Batman. And let's do a comparison to a Mattel Masters of the Universe Revelation figure. This is the awesome deluxe Triclops as well. You see that the battle damage Batman is a bit taller than the White Knight, and basically without this headpiece on, he will be taller than the Triclops as well. So he's pretty tall for a Batman figure. He is pretty much the same size as the Flashpoint Batman, but he is a little bit smaller than the Awesome Lobo figure. Overall, still a pretty decently sized figure. So that pretty much wraps up our review. Overall, I'm going to give this guy a 9 out of 10. It's not a perfect figure. There is some issues with it. Articulation is pretty decent overall. Limited in some places, like his wrists and his arms. But overall, his body, his legs, and everything else make up for it. So paint application is pretty decent. I love all the detail. I love the two different colors gray, all the detail in his suit. I love all the tears and the battle damage and his cuts. They did a pretty awesome job on all the lacerations into his suit and his skin as well. Love the weapons, cape. Overall, pretty decent figure. Highly recommend it for any McFarlane fan or any fan of Batman. If you like this figure, let me know in the comments below. If you like our review, don't forget to click on that like button. If you're new to the channel and you want to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Help us get to our goal of 400 subscribers. And as always, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting and stay safe.